On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, we're here at Magnum Auto Restoration looking at the Hurricane Superbird for the last time. That's right, this is the last update. All right, well, here we are. It's October 2024. It's been 2 years since the hurricane, and here we are, the very last update on the Hurricane Superbird before its unveiling at Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals 2024. It's been one heck of a roller coaster, and I'm going to go through and show you guys what's been done to it. I mean, if you follow around with the series, you know, the owner of the restoration shop, Magnum Auto Restoration, he said that of all cars, you know, they say nut and bolt restoration. This was legitimately every single nut and bolt had to be removed. Every nut and bolt had to be cataloged and cleaned, parts replaced, because this was the kind of car that you couldn't do it half. You had to go all the way because everything in this car had been coated in salt water, either underwater or whatever. So they went through and every single piece, if it was mechanical, it was either completely torn down, rebuilt, so there was nothing of the salt water remaining, or it was replaced. You can see the interior is perfect. Everything had been redone in this car. The transmission's been completely redone. The engine's been complete. It's the numbers matching 6-pack, which I'll show in a second. The gauge cluster, I think, was redone. The radio is a replacement, but they do have the original because it has the saltwater line on it. It's a bench seat, or I should say a buddy seat car with the 4-speed. I mean, you've seen this car being restored. Oh, just open. There we go. Hard to do with one hand. You see the car has been meticulously redone. They have everything protected, preparing it for the muscle car show here coming up. And in the last video I explained exactly, you know, all the different pieces and parts that had been redone and reused. Carefully close the door. I don't think the wing was on last time. It may have been. It's been a heck of a few weeks. It's got the rallies on it. The drums are painted. I won't show the trunk again because we saw the last time. It's been replaced properly this time and was just about perfect. Now, the car isn't finished, obviously. It's missing trim. It's missing stickers. It will be ready for the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals coming up in a few weeks, or the MCACN show. But I can't believe what a whirlwind the last 2 years have been. I've been fortunate to be a part of it. I've been fortunate to live close enough to where it is being redone to be able to cover it for everyone. Glove box. Gotta love that pistol grip. Door panels, the doors look perfect. And this is what a proper restoration should look like. There were no liberties taken with this car. This car was put back to as close to stock as humanly possible. I mean, that's how come it looks just so good. And now the owner, who owns he also owns the Daytona. The current owner of this Superbird also owns the 610 Daytona that was in the Hurricane. That's being restored by another shop. I don't have any updates on that. But this one will, so let you know, this car will be unveiled live on my YouTube channel on November 23rd, 2024 at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. It's going to be between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there. The owner might be there. We're trying to get him there. We got hopefully the old owner coming. We have the actual tow truck guys who flipped the car over are coming. So it's going to be a party. It'll be a lot of fun. So keep watching my social media for any updates, and I will keep you all posted. Okay, real quick, I thought I'd go through, and because the engine wasn't in here the last time. Actually, a lot of this stuff wasn't in here last time. But it's all been repainted, redone, gone through, carburetors. Even though, like I said, the engine had been touched before the current owner had it. I think one of the carburetors was incorrect. If you go back to the engine video, the Opel engineering goes through exactly what was going on with the intake and the engine, and it runs really well now. And unfortunately, we're missing one thing's preventing it from running. It's missing the relay over here, but we're waiting on it. It will be here by the showtime, though. This will be running and driving at MCACN, even though we won't be running and driving it at the show, obviously. But isn't that pretty? What a difference 2 years makes. Wow. Real quick, because the nose was in... Actually, the nose looked like that the last time I was here. But this is a different Superbird nose, obviously. This is the one that's going on the car. And it is beautiful. They're doing final assembly on it. You can see that stuff is coming together. It's all been properly restored on the inside. The blue is just the reflection of the paper. It's not actually blue. Because they got some lights in here. But yeah. I mean, look at that paint job. Jeez, scary. Well, I should say it's scary what's in the reflection. But then we got, this is another Superbird. It's owned by another individual. It's a Hemi automatic bird, I think. And if I can, I'll show you that one later. This is another car that's coming to MCACN from Magnum. It's just a 70 Hemi Charger RT. And over here, they're putting the grill together. Oop, that was weird. Look how pretty that is. That's how you put a grill together. Even though I will say, Jeffrey LaRue, who did my grill, did a fantastic job. I mean, my car didn't have any moving parts. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning. A lot of parts from Mega Parts, which we would have seen in previous barn find videos. And then we got, scrolling over. I know they were legitimately just doing the brakes on this car, so I'm ruining their day. This car will be at Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals also. It'll be finished and, you know, all the good Hemi parts. And then we'll go check out the rest of the parts that are, the other cars that are coming to, I can't get that way. The rest of the cars that are coming to MCACN from Magnum. Look at that. Bucket seat, automatic on the floor. Pretty. All right, right here is two more cars that are coming to MCACN. This one is a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT 3D3 car. I'll quickly go over it because I don't think it was buried last time. It's a 4-speed car, black interior, but it's really neat that it is, come on, scroll over. It is an air conditioning car, 3-speed wiper, power disc brakes, very, very nicely done. They've been working on this one for a while too. So this one's coming to MCACN, but this right here is probably one of my favorites also. This was in barn finds 5-6 years ago. 1968 Dodge Coronet RT. It is a Hemi car, sold new at Mr. Norm's. Black car, red interior, numbers matching now. Oh, sorry. It is abs. They're literally doing the last buff in the car. 4-speed. I mean, does it get any better than black with a red interior? And I showed the Hemi last time, so I won't do it this time. But that right there. Oh, and with the red line wheels or tires, black steelies. This is just so mean. I'm happy to have been a small part of it. There we go. Very cool. Okay, this is the last car in the grouping that is coming to the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals this fall, but it's a 1971 Demon 340 3-speed manual car. And you think, okay, that's a cool combo. Not just that, it's a Mr. Norm's GSS with some wacky options. Look at the interior. Absolutely crazy. And how often? Wow, is that really where the shifter sits? What? Yes. Wow. How ridiculous is that? The shifter goes up and around the seat. I'd hate to be power shifting that thing. But this was restored here at Magnum by Mark and his crew. That's cool. And then this is where the money shot is. The original GSS. Because in 71, well, Mr. Norm would do anything for money. And that's not a bad thing. Just that's the way it is. The main selling point in 71 was the 71 Demon GSS, which was this setup. It was a 6-pack on the 340 cars. Funny thing is, they're Chevy 6-pack carburetors and linkage and all that because they were cheaper than the Mopar ones. This one is perfect, though. My friend Eric, who's an expert in Mr. Norm's car, because he has the twin of this in gunmetal gray, inspected it, and he said it was cool. But this one will also be at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals coming up, and you'll be able to see it up close and personal in the Magnum Auto Restoration booth. Right as you walk in, it's right to the right. So I'll see you guys all there. I thought this would probably be the best way to fully document the evolution of the last 2 years of documenting the Superbird. From it getting in the hurricane in September of 2022 to right here where it was whisked quickly away by the new owner to the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. And then the next day, they started stripping it down to get that car ready and prepared for the dipping process. They got it over there as soon as they had an opening at the dipper, and that's where it sat for a few months. But they wanted to make sure that that car was soaked and all of the garbage was taking off it. You can see there was a lot of Bondo in it because the car had been restored, we think, in the early 90s or 2000s. It isn't the one from any TV shows. We're not really sure where it was done. But when we got it back in March of 2023, you could definitely see at the time, it was probably fine work, but now it was not up to snuff. The 2-piece trunk, the doors had been messed with, the quarter panel. It was a lot easier to replace the damaged stuff, even that was damaged beyond what the hurricane had done. And by this point, we were even getting parts in that had been restored back, that were shipped out back in November and December. By June of last year, they'd already hung most of the major sheet metal. This was all just mocked up. It hadn't been welded in. But everything was where it should be, and the car was straight and in a lot better shape than it was. This was when they had also installed the new frame rails because the old ones were tweaked. The engine had been gone through by Opel Engineering in Illinois and was producing about a little bit over average horsepower. Definitely was a lot better than it was even before because someone had messed with it. They had one of the wrong carburetors and so on. but the car kept on going through Magnum, and they were welding it all together. They were able to fix a bunch of the original sheet metal. Last year at MCACN, they had it on display in full primer. It was still on the body jig, but even as of August of this year, it was still on the body jig because they were making sure that all the suspension components were ready for installation. They would do that just about last. Also, they were waiting on some parts because, as we all know, the wait times have really been stretched out after COVID. But when I updated it here in October, the car was just about finished, and you'll see it all done here in November at MCACN. Hey everyone! I hope you really enjoyed that video series about the Hurricane Superbird. It was an honor to be able to have the opportunity to document the car over the last 2 years. And we're not done yet. This is the last video in the series of the restoration, but we have one more. It's going to be a video. It's going to be a live unveiling of the car at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals 2024 on November 20th. The show is November 23rd and 24th. And on November 23rd, between probably 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning, we're going to do a live unveiling on the show floor. And we are also going to be streaming it live on YouTube. I'm not quite sure how to set that up quite yet, but I will. What we're going to do is we're going to do the unveiling with Mark from Magnum Restoration and his crew, as well as Bob Ashton. And then I'll do a full walk around of the car before I have to run back to my barn find display and start, hawking my books. And I'll be giving away free postcards about barn finds. So come and check me out. Other than that, it was really cool because I shot the Magnum Superbird video right before the 85 CUDA video, which came out last week, which, wow, that did surprisingly well. And man, the vitriol behind it, it's such a cool little neat piece of history. It's really surprising so many people hate that style of car, but I like it. I think it's neat. I always thought the Shelby Chargers and all that were really cool little cars. I mean, I couldn't fit in them, but they're always neat. I mean, they weren't, top of my list. But yeah, that was a really cool way to start off Subvember. Subvember is where I post a video that I think is top quality every week for a month. And I started a little early with the 85 CUDA because it's coming to MCACN also. It's going to be probably in the lobby, but it might be somewhere else. As that develops, I will let you know. But I just got back from the staff meeting for the car show, and it's going to be incredible. I will put the link to this magazine is online for free. I mean, this is free. They give this away free. You can sign up for it on their website, or you can sign up for it, or you can pick it up at the show. But there's a free twin. I mean, this magazine is for free online. I'll put the link in the description below so you can check out all the amazing things that are coming up at MCACN. And that is just the beginning. This Hurricane Superbird is the first one, and then I have 2 Hemi Superbird video barn finds, and then I think we're going to end with a barn find Daytona that's been off the road since 1970. So this month, you got to watch and share, like, and subscribe, because I think I'm going to have a giveaway at the end. Not quite sure what I'm going to give away yet, but I think you'll like it. Not a car like David Freiberger is giving away a car that you have to buy a shirt or something, or you can email them or mail them and get you can get a thing into the sweepstakes. Mike Finnegan's doing one. I'm not giving away a car because I don't have that kind of money, but I might give away a book or some other stuff that I have. Maybe I'll give away some Challenger parts or maybe a CUDA grill. No, I'm not giving away a CUDA grill, but I got some other stuff to give away. You guys let me know what you think. But if you would, please share, like, and subscribe to this video, because that helps me out in the long run, because every share, every like, every subscription allows me to keep this going a little bit longer. Doesn't pay well, but it's better than nothing. So you guys let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video series. I'm going to try it with maybe 1 or 2 other cars. I know I have a 69 Charger 500 Hemi car that my friend might want me to do. I got that Daytona at Magnum that they'll probably start working on next year. I still have stuff I need to post on the green car. So I got a lot of cool stuff. But I like feedback. I can't do my job better without you letting me know what you like and what you don't like, what kind of production value. I try my best, but I appreciate it all. You can leave it at any of the social media links in the description or in the comments, because I do read them all because I am crazy. But I'm going to go get some sleep because it's been a rough few days. And then MCACN's in 2 weeks. So I'll be editing and doing maps and all kinds of stuff. But I hope everyone is happy and healthy, and I hope to see you all soon. But you guys stay safe until then.